And in the Midwest now to Minnesota and its Somali community clashing with ICE agents and condemning comments from President Trump. Video shows protesters being pepper sprayed during a confrontation in Minneapolis yesterday. On Thanksgiving, President Trump announced in a social media post that he was terminating temporary protected status for Somali immigrants. Minnesota has the largest Somali population in the U.S., according to the Census Bureau, and Homeland Security tells ABC News that the agency enforces the laws of the nation, but did not comment directly on the ongoing ICE operations in the state. President Trump said this about Somalia during a speech last night in Pennsylvania.
We had a meeting, and I say, why is it we only take people from hole countries, right? Why can't we have some people from Norway, Sweden, just a few? Let us have a few. From Denmark, do you mind sending us a few people? Send us some nice people, do you mind? But we always take people from Somalia, places that are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. The only thing they're good at is going after ships.
Yeah, some inflammatory language. It's a lot of folks have pointed out. For more on this, I want to bring in ABC's Christian Cordero for more. And Christian, President Trump has said that Somalians living in the U.S., quote, have caused a lot of trouble. But what does the data show? What do we know about ICE enforcement in Minnesota?
Yeah, well, and I can even tell you anecdotally as well, Alex. You know, I lived in Minneapolis for a few years. I worked in that market. And so in speaking with several people who currently live there and work there in that city, you know, they've seen a lot of this, a lot of the confrontation, but they do say that it's isolated to certain parts of the city, specifically the Cedar Riverside area where that predominant Somali population lives. And then you can see ICE agents there in masks spraying what appears to be chemical irritants at a crowd and to disperse it. And then we were also told, and you kind of got a glimpse of it there, that they were spraying it from the cars as well. The campaign to crack down on immigration that we've seen through several cities and now in Minneapolis has been as targeted as it seems it has also been in other cities, in that, you know, they're showing up at restaurants asking to talk to people in the back staff. They're also out in the streets and turning their attention more to the protesters who are there. But one thing that is noticeable too, Alex, is when you look at these images, you know, Minneapolis has for several years been synonymous with the widespread protests that really kind of ignited around the world, right? The weather is really tough to navigate right now. And that's one thing that has, you know, in many ways kind of eased some of the chaos or the potential chaos. But there's no doubt about it that a lot of people are really upset about what's happening in the streets. And as you can see, they're making it shown.
Yeah, absolutely. Christian Cordero, thank you for that update.